Want to wish everyone a Shabbat feast of new moon to the bruise scattered to the four corners of this flat earth, and giving all praises and glory to the great I am. I just want to talk about a few things in reference to what's going on in the East. And, I'm excited about how the Most High is moving the pieces, how He is revealing who His true people really are. And He is exposing the imposters. You already know who they are. But you know what I find most interesting with this war that's going on in the East? No one is questioning the state of Israel. Have y'all noticed that? Now you may say, well, what do you mean no one's questioning the state of Israel? Of course, many people are questioning the state of Israel. Well, the ones who are getting bombed, they definitely are questioning the state of Israel. No, but what I'm talking about is why is it that you don't see these politicians, why you don't see most of our people, especially the black celebrities, black people in high power, these black politicians, why are they not questioning the state of Israel? There's a reason behind that. As a matter of fact, these same people, our people, are in support of what the state of Israel is doing. Yes, our so-called people are in support in what the Khazarians are doing. Now, I came across an article and I found it very interesting. And this article states, it says 700 notable Hollywood figures sign open letter in support of Israel. That's wild. 700 notable Hollywood figures sign open letter in support of Israel. First of all, why are they signing an open letter? What do they have to do with those people over there? Them boys over there. I mean, really, what does signing an open letter has to do with their status, with their position? Again, like I said before, there's a reason behind this. You got to understand the way the devil works. Now, these 700 so-called notable Hollywood figures, now these are all heathens and Israel mixed together, so-called black people. Now, these people are entertainers. What in the world would they have to do with signing an open letter? This has nothing to do with them. This is something you would think, okay, why not just remain silent? Don't even do anything. Just be neutral about it. Why sign an open letter in support of Israel? I want you to really think hard about that. And you know what? You really don't have to even think hard about that. It's because they are figures, popular figures, famous figures that will make a difference if they said something. Now, who coerced them to do this? I guaranteed you that they did not come up with this idea on their own. They didn't just come up. You mean to tell me that 700 notable Hollywood figures just all of a sudden came together and decided to sign an open letter? Get the hell out of here with that. They were coerced by a higher power to sign this open letter. Now, I'm just going to cover a few black celebrities who was a part of this open signing of this letter. Now, you had Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. And you know what's crazy? This guy says why I find anti-Semitism to be especially heinous. You know, this, you don't even realize these people over there are not even Shemitic, all right? Not even close. It's just a shame that many of our people still think they are Gentiles. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, you know, he's mixed, of course. Mamzir, But he was one of the ones amongst the ones who signed the open letter. It's crazy. Again, what purpose, what's the reason behind this? LeBron James is another one. He signed the open letter as well. Now, there are many other black celebrities that signed. I'm just covering a few. And Floyd Mayweather was another one who also took part in the signing of this open letter. So, these are just a few. There's many more of our people that partook in this signing of the letters, bringing it to 700 total, probably even more than that, in support of the state of Israel. Now, you have to ask yourselves the question, why is it that these world elites are so hell-bent on making everyone believe and support the state of Israel as though they are the innocent ones, as though that they are the chosen ones, as that they are the ancient biblical Israelites? You see, there's a lie that has to remain. In order for these powers to exist, these lies have to continue. They have to be, by any means necessary, insinuated and implanted in the minds of every single human being on the face of the earth. The truth is the hardest thing to believe for the majority, for the masses. It's much easier to believe a lie, or a whole lot easier to believe a lie. You know why? Because it doesn't require questioning, doesn't require research. You just accept things as they are and call it a day. Psalms 58 says it best. Verse 3 and 4. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. Their poison is like the poison of a serpent. They are like the deaf adder that stops her ear. These people are professional liars. That's what they do. They are so good at it that they can convince anything to believe what they put out. So them boys over there in the East, they can get the whole world to believe and support them Khazars over there in the East like their life depended on it. And what's sad? Our people, our very own people, will fight you over this. And they will swear up and down that those are the people. And then they'll turn around and call you a Gentile. Now that, Yasharel, is a supreme, pure power of a wholesome lie. These people lie like a rug. These are the same people that put our people in captivity for centuries. These are the same people that pushed a white Zeus, a Cesare Borgia, in front of you and told you to worship and to accept Christianity and to accept everything that they gave you. These are the same people that are constantly starting wars with other countries, bombing, raping, and then they'll turn around and play the victim and make you the guilty one. Malcolm X said it better himself, that social media is a very powerful tool. You can make the innocent guilty and the guilty innocent. And I'm going to tell you, they did a hell of a job on our people. They turned our people totally against one another and sent them straight to the sunken place. Stockholm Syndrome at its best. Believing all their lies, all their BS. And this is why so many of our people are destroyed mentally, spiritually, and everything else. Because we're the only race of people on the face of the earth that will trust our enemies in the presence of being abused, raped, all kinds of manner of stuff, and turn around and still will kiss them on the cheek and give them a hug and just accept their apologies, and that'll be it. Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, they'll pick up some picket signs and go march around the block for a few days and then forget about everything. But the moment the state of Israel is questioned or is in opposition against what they are doing, then all of a sudden they want to cry out anti-Semitism.
Are you anti-Semitic?
Anti-Semitic?
You've many of the things that I've read about you, and you've made a mention a couple of times about the Jews and everything, and I'm wondering if you are personally anti-Semitic.
No. How can I be anti-Semitic when the Arabs are half the Muslim world is Semitic? If I was anti-Semitic, I'd be anti-Arab and anti-everything else. No, I think that in this country, there's one mistake that the Jews make. They put themselves in a position where whenever anybody gives an objective analysis of the role that they play, they defend themselves by accusing you of being anti-Semitic. And a Negro is not anti-Semitic when he says that the man who's exploiting him in his community is white, because it is a white man who owns all the stores. Now, is it an accident that these whites who own these stores are Jewish? If it's an accident, then the fact that he says the Jew on the corner is exploiting me isn't an anti-Semitic statement. It's just more descriptive of the man who's exploiting him.
The Khazars love to cry out anti-Semitism, but that's not even a word. You know, the Negroes, we are from the line of Shem. So we cannot be anti-Shemitic because we are Shem. We are from the line of Shem. So we will be against our own selves. Like I said before, these people are not even close to that. But yet they want to cry out anti-Semitism whenever their authority or position is questioned. Now, there's something that happened over the weekend. I bet you didn't even know what happened. So all the Arab world leaders, including some other world leaders, came together to talk about the ceasefire for the state of Israel. Now, I want you to look at these individuals very carefully, because these same people, these are the same people that the world elites set in power. In other words, they are nothing more than puppets. Puppets that are being pulled by strings and doing everything that the world elites want them to say and do. And see, this is why no one is speaking against the state of Israel. There's no opposition. Everybody's quiet. Everybody is doing exactly what they were put in office to do. And see, this is what the world elites do. This is what they're really good at. So they're good at infiltrating. They'll put people in office whom they know or think is going to be able to be controlled under their thumb. And these leaders, they'll seem like they're speaking out for justice. It'll seem like that, but behind the scene, they're really not. You know, they're only limited to what they can say and do and act towards their people. Now, y'all remember Muammar Gaddafi? Y'all remember him? The guy who was trying to create a African currency, a united African currency. And you see what they did to him. See, he was going against the flow. He didn't want to do right, so they sent in the jackals. You know, that didn't work the first time, but then they finally got him under the administration of Obama. But he was trying to create an African currency, a united African currency for other African countries, and there were some African leaders that was on board. But after Muammar Gaddafi, after they killed him, what they started to do is that, okay, they're going to fix this problem. They started putting puppet leaders in offices across the earth. Every countries, they put these puppet leaders in there. And again, and the question was posed, why is no one opposing the state of Israel? Why is no one questioning or coming against the state of Israel? This is why. This is why. They already have puppet leaders set up in place to do exactly what the world elites want them to do. Now, we, the people, the true children of the Almighty, the Negroes scattered to the four corners of the earth, we cannot afford not even one iota to trust our enemies. Verse 10, never trust your enemy, for like as iron rust, so is his wickedness. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him, and you shall be unto him as if you had wiped a looking glass, and you shall know that his rust has not been altogether wiped away. Set him not by you, lest when he has overthrown you, he stand up in your place, neither let him sit at your right hand, lest he seek to take your seat. And you at the least remember my words, and be pricked therewith. Way too many of our people are too trusting with our enemies. And it's a shame how engrafted our people are with their enemies. I mean, it's beyond believable. I mean, it's at a precedented level. And while everything else is happening around us, there is something way more diabolical that is getting ready to take place, and that is forming and shaping up as we speak. The world elites have been preparing to create a Luciferian, satanic new world order. They are trying to rebuild the Tower of Babel, but instead of building a building, they're gonna do it through AI, this technology, and they're gonna do it through a satanic entity or source. See, the Tower of Babel, everybody was one language, one people. But this time it's many languages, different people. But the way that they're going to try to combine this is going to be crazy. Just like the scripture says, they're going to try, and the Most High is going to allow them to a certain extent. But we already know that the Almighty is going to shut that down. Just like he confused the language of Babylon of old, this time he's going to shut it down forever, because these people really think that they can defeat the Almighty. They think that they're going to be able to reach into heaven where the Most High sits on his throne. They really believe that. I mean, that's some serious delusion. The Most High will be our battle staff. And see, this is why the Most High is getting ready to throw down these nations. All through the Torah, when you look from generation to generation, the Most High has always protected Israel. Even in their captivity, the Most High has always preserved his seed and protected Israel. And that's never going to change, because it says that in Isaiah and Jeremiah that his seed will remain forever. That will never change. So no matter what these people try to do, no matter what the world leads, what agendas they're pushing, it's not going to last. It's not going to last. It's going to all come crumbling down. They only have a little time to enjoy their kingdom. The stone that it mentioned in Daniel chapter 2 that was cut out without hands will smash, is going to smash all of these kingdoms. And the Most High is going to raise his people up. It's going to happen, whether you believe it or not. It's going to happen. And I truly believe we may just see this in our lifetime. I don't know. We can't put a timestamp on this. All right. Time is not limited to the Most High. The Most High is not bound by time, Yasharel. He is not. So you have to be patient. You have to continue to work out your salvation with fear and trembling. You're going to have to continue to keep these laws, commandments, and statutes with all your heart, mind, and soul, because that's the power, is keeping these laws. This is what the world elites don't want you to do. They want to make sure they prevent us from keeping our Abba's laws, especially the Shabbat. It is the most desecrated day and it is the holiest of days that the Almighty has ordained. But yet it is the most desecrated by our people. Why? Because again, the world elites will make sure that they put every activity, every wicked event that goes on is always on the Shabbat to distract our people. That should bring chills down your spine. That should really make you think that the Shabbat is really the Shabbat. Look how much they have desecrated our Abba's holy day by putting every wicked thing possible on that particular day. And y'all know what I mean. Because they know that if they can keep us from keeping our Abba's laws, that can prolong their destruction. But you know what? The Most High is not waiting on his people to get right and to keep his laws, because he already has a set time when everything is going to take place. So, Yasharah, it would behoove you to make a decision ASAP who you're going to serve, because it's getting ready to get real. Many of our people are going to be tested. We're going to see inflation going up like crazy. All this stuff is happening for a reason, because our people are being shifted like we've never seen before. And it's a test. It's a test for our people who is going to stand, who are going to be the real ones that's going to stand the test of time. The Most High is going to try our patience. He's going to test our patience, because the patience of the Most High is what's going to test many of our people. Now, we, the people, the Negroes scattered to the four corners of the earth, we know that we are the true ancient biblical Israelite, the descendants of Hebrew slaves. We know that it's a no-brainer for those of us who are truly awakened and know your history. Many of you can even tie your ancestors, track them through ancestries or what have you. Some of you may have records, what have you. I know we have records for ours. So, Yasharel, we are the true people of the Almighty. All right, that can be proved biblically as well as historically. And the world elites, the 1% that pushes out all the agendas and controls everything and owns all the banks, they know this. This is why it's their mission. It's their mission to try, and notice when I said try, to wipe us from the face of the earth. But we already know who has our back, the Almighty. And we already know that he's getting ready to throw down these nations. That's a fact. I mean, man, this is like, you don't even have to know that that's what's going to happen. The Most High is getting ready to throw down. And I'm telling you, when he throws down, the whole world is going to know it. And they're going to realize, and there's going to be a cry like we've never, ever seen before, because they're going to realize they are in some deep mess for the abuse and misuse of the children of the Almighty. So, Yasharel, straighten up and fly right. All right, and with that being said, I leave you with Revelation 14:12. Shalom, and stay strong.